Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Monday the 19th, September 19th. So hope everybody had a great weekend. We did lots of great things going on. We're just got a lot of details going on for the upcoming seminars in October. What did I do with my paper? Oh, so thanks for the great comments on Friday's video, my review on that little Makita router. I think I will be, based on the feedback I've got, I think I'll do those maybe once a month, once every month and a half. I'll do reviews on different tools and things. Routers, to begin with, I'll probably line up all the routers that you guys are using. But I don't want to do them too much. I want to stay with kind of our motif, which is once a week doing demos where I'm running the router, making stuff. So that's what you guys, what I've kind of gotten from your feedback, that's what you guys really, really like. So that's the kind of the format we're going to stay with, and then every once in a while throw in a review. So staying on that subject, no video on Friday because this coming Saturday is the LTS. That's the live training session for those of you that are not familiar. So we will be broadcasting live from our little shop area, 8:00 a.m. Saturday morning, this coming Saturday morning, which is the 24th. That's the last Saturday of the month. So hope you guys can join us. If you want to join us live as we're doing it, be sure that we're friends on Facebook. My link will be in the description below, and send me a friend's request, and then I will immediately answer that, and you guys will get notified when I'm broadcasting live. Okay, so that's that. Let's get into the questions in a second here. I got something I want to share with you. This guy, I think still got to put a finish on this, but I think I've shared this with you guys before. This is for a chain of restaurants, and they've been ordering from me for several years now. I think this is like my 37th or 38th order, and sometimes they order multiples of 2 or 3 or 4 for their different restaurants. So this kind of greets the customers as it comes in. Again, I still have to put a finish on it. This is just clear select pine, and it's got my spray cedar stain on it, and then I'll put a good gloss finish on it. But I wanted to share it with you guys just because, man, these people have paid me a lot of money over the last few years. So I get $120 a piece for these. So it adds up. So I would encourage you guys to restaurants. I think is a really good niche. If you can put a sign in, and I know I've gotten feedback from many of you that have gone in and actually made a sign as a collaboration for these restaurants or businesses, and then that has turned into orders for you. So I encourage you guys. That's a niche that I think could really be good for you. So don't dismiss that, because it could really turn into, in this instance, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of business for me. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Okay, let's get into the questions. So the first question of the day from Heather Myers off of YouTube. I've got a Dremel with a router attachment. Will it work the same as a router? Well, let's explore that a little bit. So this is one of our Dremels. I've got several different ones, but this is a pretty good little Dremel tool, variable speed. This is what we use to deburr stuff. We kind of keep this in there all the time when we're modifying the router bases. Dad uses this to get the burring off. So here's a Dremel. Here's our little DWP 611 DeWalt, and then here's the bigger DeWalt. So when you look at them, what?
No, you want to
hold them up. So this is the big DeWalt 618, the DWP 611, and then this little Dremel, which is a pretty good Dremel. I'm sure they make bigger Dremels. So in essence, when you look at them, they all work essentially the same. The difference is this is 1.5 amp, this is 7 amp, and this is, gosh, I looked at it earlier, 12 amp, I think. I think this is 12 amps. So the trick is, it is 12 amps. The trick is, can you do the same kind of work? Essentially, I guess you could if you've got the time, but this just doesn't have the power. Now, you can get a little router base, and I just printed this off the internet. You can get a little router base with handles that you can mount a Dremel in. And so then, in essence, you've got a smaller version of what these do. But will you ever be able to carve a sign with the depth of one like this? Chances are not very likely. You just don't have the power. So if you're good with more engraving rather than routing, you could get by with this. Now, whether you could carve deep enough, and I know they make tons of bits with this, and I'm not putting down Dremel at all. They're a great tool. And I know a lot of you guys do great stuff with Dremels. So I'm not putting that down at all. But can you do the same work with this that you can do with these? Nah, chances are not very likely if you want to get any depth. And again, the kind of the same rule applies here. Can you do with this what you can do with this? Not really. When you're really cutting out pieces, you guys know my heavier cuts, I always go with my heavier router. So this has a place, as does the Dremel. If you want to do just kind of engraving and really, really light routing, absolutely you can use this. It's just when you go to the sanding operation, if you're trying to emulate what I do, when you go to the sanding operation, chances are you're going to sand out some of your carving, engraving, routing, however. So I wanted to kind of handle that because I've got that question in the past before, and it's not a bad place to start to see if you really like it, and then you can graduate up to routers and go with more depth, and it allows you to do different things. So hope that answers your question, Heather, and any of you other people out there that have wondered about that. Why can't you just use a Dremel with a router attachment? Those are your drawbacks, your pros and your cons. Okay, next question from Dan in Minnesota. He says, this may sound like a stupid question, but what's your way of storing letters and templates other than the bags that you ship them in? So, gosh, what did I do with those little... Oh, man. I had some layout letters here, too. What did I do with them? I thought I was all set. You see them laying around, babe? For those of you that don't know, while my wife is moving around trying to find those layout letters, we make layout letters and layout templates out of 1/8" hardboard. So what Dan's referring to is these little layout letters that we lay on the board and then we spray over them. Oh, you found them? Cool. Thank you, babe. Saved me again. So these are the little layout letters I'm talking about. And in most cases, a lot of you, have already got these from us. But those of you that may be brand new, don't know what we're talking about when we're saying layout letters. These I lay on the board, get them exactly where I want them, spray them with my black. Then when the letters are taken away, it gives me a line to go by. That's in essence how we lay out many of our signs. So how do you store these rather than just on baggies? This is the way we've done it for years and years and years. These little plastic boxes. And then Dad made little dividers in there so you can have two in one drawer. We don't store them this way anymore, but then we did this because with our new laser room, we have drawers that we keep them in. And obviously, if you only have 2 or 3 of each, guys, you could get a smaller version of this. And Dad's gone over this before, I think, on a video, but it's been a long time. So any of you that haven't run across that video. So these things work really well for that. You might, again, you can get all different sizes of these. We put a little handle on top, so it makes it easy to carry around. Or you may mount it on your wall, depending on your shop setup. But these are how we did it for years and years and years before we got our new system with drawers and stuff where we have a cabinet so everything is kept in there so we can keep higher volumes and stuff for you guys that are ordering layout letters. But that has always worked really well for us. It's portable. You can move it around. or you can mount it to the wall if you want and keep it underneath the bench when you're not using it. So that always worked really well for us. So hopefully that helps, guys. Gosh, I think that is about it for that. Let's do sign carvers of the day. Man. So, again, just to reiterate, guys, we got our new camera going. We're working on, sorry about the sound. It's not as good as our other camera because we can't use the same shotgun mic that we were using on our other camera. This has got a whole different setup. But anyway, we got new sound coming. So, stay with us. So here is a great sign from, I think it's pronounced, does it look like Graham? Yeah, he's in Australia. And this was, I think I put his first sign. Yeah, his first sign, which is incredible. Just phenomenal. For a first sign, unbelievable. So, and I know I've heard from him and talked to him many times through email and messaging and stuff, and he's doing some really great work and gotten even better than this. But phenomenal sign. For a first sign, incredible. You guys just blow me away. You really do. Mark Phelps, really cool. I like this. He in the red streak there, the red line, he left the high spots, I guess to kind of emulate stones in the river or whatever. But great job, Mark. Really cool signs. You guys are just amazing me every day when you send me signs that you're doing. Terrific job. Okay, that's it. What else?
LTS, remind them.
Oh yeah, LTS. So this Saturday, LTS, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Arizona time. So don't forget. And then by the end of the weekend, like always, I'll try and get it posted on YouTube for those of you that can't make it on Saturday morning. But keep sending the questions and have questions for us, because the last part of the LTS, last 20, 25, 15 minutes or so of the hour, we do live answering questions. I got a lot on my mind, guys. Sorry. Answering questions live, and that's always my favorite part. So have questions for us on Saturday. Hope you can join us. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give us a thumbs up. Share our videos as much as you can. We sure appreciate it. And we will be again, Coffee and Questions on Wednesday, and then no video on Friday, but the LTS is on Saturday. So everybody have a great day. Hope you guys got to make some sawdust over the weekend and had a good weekend. And we will see you guys Wednesday morning for Coffee and Questions. Bye, guys. Thanks again. See ya.